broken ground, where silent hope is finally found. I watch the seasons come and go, through frozen nights and winds that blow. The earth was cracked beneath my feet, yet something whispered, don't retreat. Every storm leaves room to grow. Life begins where hope survives. Flowers growing through the storm, still growing on. see you passing by. Golden light upon the road warms the places we once rode. Every sunrise feels brand new, yet every color speaks of you. Time moves gently with the breeze, but your memory never leaves. Every sunrise leaves your shadow, walking softly by my side. Though the night has finally faded, you still live inside my life. Every sunrise leaves your shadow, not to haunt me, but remind. Some hearts never truly leave us, they just change with passing time. Birds awaken in the trees, carried by the morning breeze. Life begins another page while your smile escapes the rain. Hope is growing day by day, even as you drift away. Every sunrise leaves your shadow, walking softly by my side. Though the night has finally faded, you still live inside my life. Every sunrise leaves your shadow, not to haunt me, but remind. Some hearts never truly leave us, they just change with passing time. Love was never meant to stay exactly as it was yesterday. It becomes the morning air, quietly surrounding everywhere. Every sunrise leaves your shadow, like a blessing on my soul. Not a chain that pulls me backward, but the reason I still cry. Every sunrise leaves your shadow, and I'm grateful for the view. Every morning tells the story that my heart once lived with you. Morning carries yesterday into brighter skies. Every sunrise keeps your light alive.
The night grows pale before my eyes. A quiet dawn begins to rise. For so long I walked alone, calling places never home. I searched the sky for one last sign, never knowing life was mine. Every tear became the rain, washing slowly through the pain. The first light we couldn't see was waiting there for you and me, hidden underneath our fears, shining through forgotten years. The first light we couldn't see was always setting our hearts free. Now the silence feels alive, like the earth begins to breathe. Broken branches start to bloom, colors wake beyond the gloom. Every road that led astray was guiding us toward today. The first light we couldn't see was waiting there for you and me, without a sound, and hope is finally found. The first light still shines around.
Carrying whispers through the sky. I hear your voice within the wind, not calling me to turn again, but gently leading every mile, with quiet strength and patient light. Some promises are never gone, they simply learn to travel on. Where the wind keeps your promise, tells me love was never meant to leave. Where the wind keeps your promise, every heartbeat understands. Though I cannot hold tomorrow, I still feel your guide. The trees still dance beneath the dawn, as if they've known you all along. The sky unfolds another blue, and somehow it still speaks of you. Because your love remains. The road ahead no longer scares me. Your quiet fate still walks beside me. Every step becomes a song, teaching me where I belong.
still calls my name. Nothing beautiful is ever lost. Where the wind keeps your promise lives inside my heart.
Settles on the stream like the start of every dream. The river moves without a sound past every place that held me down. I watch the water carry leaves, teaching me what it means to leave. Nothing beautiful is lost. It only changes with the cold. Mountains greet the rising sun, reminding me that life goes on. The road ahead is open wide, no longer asking me to hide. Every current gently shows becomes much lighter. the sky.
Every tear became the rain, helping every flower change. The dreams that once were hard to hold now shine brighter than before. Every chapter found its place, written gently into grace. Nothing ever disappears, love just learns another language. Every sunrise carries forward everything that shaped our hearts. When the morning remembers, every shadow finds the light. Every broken piece together becomes stronger with the time. When the morning remembers, every heartbeat understands. Yesterday was never ending, it was teaching us to stand. I hear the river sing again through the valleys and the wind. Mountains greet the rising day as every fear just fades away. Now the sky is wide and clear, full of everything once feared. What I carry through the night has become my morning light. Nothing beautiful is wasted, every season leaves a blessing. Every ending writes another story waiting to begin. When the morning remembers, every shadow finds the light. Every broken piece together becomes stronger with the time. When the morning remembers, every heartbeat understands. Yesterday was never ending, it was teaching us to stand. If tomorrow calls my name, I will walk without hesitation. Every scar is turned into a map towards salvation. The sun was always rising, even when I couldn't see. Now I know the light was growing quietly inside of me. carries on. The wind still knows the road we shared, though we no longer meet there. We planted dreams beneath one sky, believing they would never die. But time became a changing tide, leading us to different sides. No broken vows, no blame to find, only different roads through time. Our hearts learn different seasons, different skies, different reasons. You became the summer rain, I became the autumn flame. Though our paths no longer run beneath the same familiar sun, our hearts learn different seasons, still beautiful for different reasons. I smile when memories return, not with sorrow, but what I've learned. Love can bloom and still release, without losing all its peace. Some flowers bloom in early spring, some arrive on autumn winds. Our hearts learn different seasons, different skies, different reasons. You became the morning breeze, I became the falling leaves. Though the years have carried on, the beauty of us still lives on. Our hearts learn different seasons, still beautiful for different reasons. Maybe love was never meant to hold forever in our hands. Maybe love becomes more true when it teaches us to belong. Our hearts learn different seasons, yet I cherish every reason for the days we called our own, for the love that helped us grow. Now I watch the changing skies with no regret behind my eyes. Our hearts learn different seasons. And that's how love survives. The wind still sings your melody, carried through the changing trees. Our hearts learn different seasons and set each other free. Golden leaves begin to fall. The quiet answers every call. Autumn found me standing still, listening to the distant hills. The wind no longer felt like loss. It carried peace instead of frost. Every season has its grace. Every heart its time and place. When autumn learned my name, nothing ever felt the same. Every leaf that touched the ground showed me beauty can be found. When autumn learned my name, healing came without the rain. The branches danced without regret, holding nothing, fearing less. The fading light became so clear, teaching me there's nothing here to fear beyond tomorrow's sky. Life was never meant to hide. Every season has its song, helping every soul move on. When autumn learned my name, nothing ever felt the same. Every leaf that touched the ground showed me beauty can be found. When autumn learned my name, hope was growing through the change. I used to fear the falling leaves, now they set my spirit free. Every ending gently grows drift through the sky, smiling as they pass me by. When autumn learned my name, I finally changed. One last star still fills the sky, holding on before goodbye. The night has almost lost its voice. The morning waits beyond the noise. One quiet light still softly burns for every soul that still returns. Every darkness has an end. Every road begins again. The last star before morning still shines for hearts that carry on, lighting every broken dream until the coming dawn. The last star before morning never fears the fading night. It reminds the world that hope always wakes with light. I lift my eyes beyond the hill. Everything is peaceful still. The sky no longer feels so far. I finally know just where we are. Every ending leaves behind another sunrise we can find. The last today, but its light will always stay. The last star before morning lives in me. Begin to lose their fire, carried softly ever higher. I watch the colors slowly fade across the dreams we used to make. Nothing vanished all at once. It disappeared with every month. Every season changed the view, until I learned to live without you. The color of leaving slowly painted every part of me. Not in sorrow, not in fear, but in moments crystal clear. The color of leaving slowly turn goodbye into release. The wind no longer feels so cold. It carries stories growing old. I smile before the tears arrive, knowing both can still survive. Time has never rushed the rain. Healing grows through quiet change. The color of leaving slowly painted every part of me. Not in sorrow, not in fear, but in moments crystal clear. The color of leaving slowly turn goodbye into release. carrying forgotten dreams, the color of leaving slowly set my heart free. Morning paints the broken ground where silent hope is finally found. I watch the seasons come and go, through frozen nights and winds that blow. The earth was cracked beneath my feet, yet something whispered, don't retreat. Every storm